to everyone. Let me pay my humble homage to the tallest leader of the cooperatives, Mr. Ravinder. It's an honor and a privilege to be here amongst this August gathering. Some are here in person, and not many are there virtually. The stalwarts, heroes of the cooperative movement who has taken it this far. So it's a real privilege to be here and listen to all of them. What has been said and talked on the recent developments, especially the two recent developments, the judgment of Supreme Court of India and the Constitution, 97th Constitution Amendment. This is we are looking at the implications, the far-reaching implications this will have on the entire cooperative movement. Here I would like to bring to your notice, there's also another development which took place in July of last year. The BR Act has come into effect from 1st of April 2021, which will have some kind of impact on the functioning of the cooperative credit structure. As I'm representing the state cooperatives and the district cooperative banks, my concern is even this has to be addressed and looked upon, because the very subject you have the caption which you have given has to be really pondered upon, because independence means the state of not being dependent on others, and autonomy means self-governance. These two things have to be really looked upon, and this has implications even on the banking sector. Why I'm saying this is these banks have come into existence. Many of the district cooperative central banks which are here right now, they are more than 100 years old, many of them, in fact. Their existence also is in question. So this also has to be taken into account. Very happy Mr. Jayaprakash Narayan, who was once Managing Director of State Cooperative Bank, erstwhile Andhra Pradesh, has thrown light on lots of issues, and he was very vocal what has to be done. And I'm sure you will agree to what I've been saying. And the BR Act implications, there are a couple of issues, some of the provisions of the Act. In fact, the banks have come into the Reserve Bank fold way back in 1966, but they were exempt from certain provisions, certain sections of the Act, which are now coming into force, coming into effect from 1st of April. These have to be addressed. Some, it's a public money, it's money of depositors. This has to be well taken by the banks. But certain issues, like without undermining or without compromising on the fundamentals of the cooperatives, the principles of cooperatives, especially the principle, the fourth principle, which I just now mentioned. This has to be preserved, this has to be taken care, and because we are now licensed, we fall under the Banking Regulation Act. Other aspects of the finances, the audit, such things definitely have to be taken care by the Banking Regulation Act or the RBI as a regulator. But other things like there is also a state subject involved in this. For example, managements which are being elected, such issues are there. So this has to be looked upon. It has to think about this. The bank has to think about this, and other things like professionalism has to be brought in. Recruitment policies. There has to be a well-defined recruitment policies and other policies. All those have to be adopted. But keeping in mind the cooperative structure, the core structure should not be disturbed. Other things like a lot has been said on these two things, and the ministry also. My appeal to the gentlemen who have organized this program. The ministry is in infancy. In its infancy. The whole ministry has not been formed yet. I think the ministry also have to look into this and then play a role, play a very progressive role and try and galvanize the entire cooperative sector. A lot of people have said it's been serving the society in not many ways. It's not only the credit cooperatives, there are hundreds of thousands of other cooperatives which are existing and which will remain in the mainstream of society. These have to be taken care, and the ministry's role should be to galvanize the entire cooperative movement and take it forward in its original shape and original form. I think this much I would want to say, because others have spoken, the stalwarts have said many things, so it won't be proper for me to say any further. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, Mr. Shivu Prasad, Mr. Ayer. Thank you so much.